Mr. Vaynerchuk, nice to see you. How are you?
It is really great to be with you, my friend. It's good to see you.
Yeah, how are things going? You okay?
Yeah, hanging in. It's been an interesting 2020, but I've enjoyed my time with you, so there's that.
Yeah, there's that for sure. Yeah, it's been an interesting time. We're gonna have a lot to look back on, but we're here for a different reason today, which I'm really excited about. You and I have been talking for some time about CBI's wine and spirits business. I think one of the hallmarks of the company has been our commitment to taking kind of bold and really innovative moves, which includes a lot of exciting M&A activity.
Yes.
And as a leader, I'm super committed to making those bold moves happen moving forward. And one of the areas that we're super focused on is becoming the high-end, bold and innovative high-end wine and spirits company in the digital commerce channels. And so we're more than thrilled. I would say I'm over the moon, to be honest, to announce that we're acquiring a brand that you built with your incredible partners, John Troutman and Nate Schroeder, the EmpathyWines brand, and bringing it into the CBI portfolio to help propel not only Empathy to a higher level of growth, but frankly, to take the amazing portfolio brands we have currently and put them on the platform to excel their growth as well. So we're thrilled about that, my friend. So we'll cheers again.
Cheers to that. From my standpoint, my best friend Brandon and my dad have both reminded me in the last several months that, since I was a teenager, I spoke about Constellation and the wine empire, and as being a wine boy and a business boy, there was always so much admiration. And obviously, when you start a business, you don't really think, I don't think most people should think about selling that business. But at the same token, when you see an opportunity to do something that is a 1 + 1 = 11, and after several meetings with you and dinners and such, it not only became a 1 + 1 = 11 situation, I thought, for businesses, but to be very frank, for me and John and Nate, on a human level with you and your incredible team. And, sometimes things just are super right. And I couldn't be more humbled. It's a big deal for me as an entrepreneur, but more importantly, it's a big deal for me as the young wine entrepreneur that I was to be in business now with the most iconic kind of wine holding co, and really, be a factor in not only Empathy's, continuous skyrocketing growth, but to be touching some of those iconic brands that, I grew up schlepping cases of and to people's cars when they bought a case of a Mondavi or a Simi or something of that nature. This is a very big day for me, and I'm very humbled and I'm very grateful.
Well, thank you. We couldn't be more excited. I think there's a serendipity to this, Gary. We've known each other for what I'm going to say going on 7 years now, maybe. And I was so impressed with your I've been impressed with your passion for the wine business in the first place, but then what you did with it, and how you became sort of the digital innovator, if you will, in the wine space, which is, impacted not only wine, but the total beverage alcohol space. And then to have the opportunity to work together on an initiative like this, the brand you've built super unique, and that it starts there, right? You got to do great things in the world that are super different. You've got a beautiful brand built on the concept of empathy, sustainably farmed to bottle, an incredible value of wine because it's a high quality wine that you're bottling for $20, which is a very high end price point for most people, but it's $20 a bottle, so it makes it accessible. And then you've built it off of, your passion for having a direct relationship with people and knowing what they want and having them hold you and the team accountable to make sure you deliver great things for them. Just that business model, including all the way down to the kind of more nerdy stuff of the tech stack you put in place, which is pretty distinctive for the wine and spirits business. We couldn't be more excited. And I think it's a huge opportunity to propel that portfolio you mentioned from, the very high end. We've got brands like Double Diamond to Robert Hanson, which is, such a heritage brand, to a newer brand in our portfolio like the Prisoner Wine Company, Simi, which is an incredible heritage brand out of Sonoma County. So there's just so much potential to scale Empathy with you and the team, but also to do just amazing things on the balance of our portfolio. And we're really excited about it.
Yeah, I'll be very frank, and I know a lot of people I interact with are probably watching this video. I am very excited about the business transaction. It's great for us and our investors and all those things, but to be able to genuinely impact, the next 2-3 decades of some of the most interesting brands, and I'll use Mondavi and Prisoner as like opposite comps. And Robert Mondavi is the original true promoting engine. If Robert Mondavi lands in Sonoma, if he lands in Paso, if he lands in Walla Walla, those places become Napa. I actually genuinely believe that. That's how much of a force. And then on the flip side, there are very few brands that have come along that in a decade have built the momentum that the Prisoner brand has. And so, honestly, a lot of the energy from my standpoint as an entrepreneur and as an operator was in the, oh my God, it's almost like being a cook. I'm so proud of Empathy and we've got incredible plans, but I'd be lying if I didn't say when I look at the brands within the portfolio, I'm like, ooh, that's the best foie gras in the world. Ooh, that's the best, mushrooms in the world. That's the greatest, freshest fruit. And the ingredients that are in place in the building and our potential to integrate in a seamless way. Having an agency background is really going to be important here because understanding how to work with teams, because there's so much great talent internally to begin with. And then obviously our energy. And I'm just very excited about this next chapter, and this is an industry I've always loved, and now I get to play at the highest levels and make some of the biggest impacts, and we're very ready for that.
Yeah. What I love about what you've said, Gary, and what I think makes this such a great partnership is if you even think about who Robert Mondavi was as a man and a winemaker, he was a real pioneer. He was an innovator who took an incredible level of risk and then created what ultimately has become Napa, and frankly, one of the most valued vineyards in the entire world, the Tokelon Vineyard. And the ability to take a heritage brand like Mondavi and transform it through aligning the capabilities that you have and that John and Nate and the team at Empathy have, and the way you built Empathy, and then apply that to a heritage brand like Mondavi and another heritage brand like Simi, but on the same score, propel the momentum of an incredible new to world brand like the Prisoner Wine Company. The potential here is just exceptional, and ultimately the ability to combine the capability that you guys have built with the unique capabilities that exist at CBI, that the synergy of that is what's going to, in my opinion, has the chance to reshape the way that the wine and spirits industry competes moving forward.
And I think that starts with, and I appreciate that, I think that starts with something else that Mr. Mondavi did incredibly well all the way through his senior years, because I was there a lot, was he was in the trenches with the consumer. So for me, when I hear that sentence come out of your mouth, I'm like, exactly, because what we're about to do is become the most consumer-centric organization from a truly listening to the customer, truly delivering what the customer wants. It enables us to be a better partner for our wholesalers. It enables us to be a better partner to the consumer that drinks these wines. And whether it's through our communication, through TikTok, through Instagram, through YouTube, whatever those things may be, or whether it's through listening to understanding emerging trends, whether that's sparkling wine, whether that's, rosé, whether that's something that, that's the best part about the wine world. It actually does evolve. Rosé wasn't selling at all in the prime of my career in America. Truly being consumer centric. And I think that was a huge play in Empathy. I think that is something that Robert Mondavi did so much better than most. And I believe it's a thing that Constellation has done extremely well through its history, but I genuinely believe that this business arrangement enables that to take it to the next level.
Yeah. And just building on what you've said, Gary, I think the thing that's so unique about what you've built with Empathy and how we can apply it to the whole portfolio at CBI, the wine and spirits industry has been a bit slow to adopt digital commerce and a direct relationship with the consumer, and yet that relationship, having that one-to-one relationship with the consumer, being obsessed about delivering incredible quality product to them at the pace of their demands and getting their feedback right away, that feedback loop, that way of driving a business, not only will help us build our direct-to-consumer portfolio, but frankly, it'll make us a more compelling competitor across our entire omni-channel.
100%. 100%.
We're super excited about it.
Too, brother.
Cheers. And
I'm ready to get to work. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. You too.